Alright. Um, so, way back when I was little, there was a game called Transportation Tycoon. And today you can play an open source simulation game based on it called OpenTTD. And it's based on the deluxe that came out. That was an expansion version of the game. You can visit the wiki or perhaps look at some of the tutorials online. I know a little bit about how to play. I've taken a little bit to reacquaint myself with the game, so let's just get into it and I'll show you a little bit what it's about, or you can read just a little bit. An open source simulation game based on the popular microprose game Transportation Tycoon Deluxe. It was written by Chris Sawyer. It attempts to mimic the original game as closely as possible, and it extends it with new features. It's licensed under a new General Public License version 2, and blah blah blah. You see the features, support operating systems, and if you go to the wiki, I think you can you can see a little bit about what it's about. Let's see here. Oh. Blah blah, same thing here. Features. While the game is modeled after the original OpenTTD has many additional features that enhance the gameplay dramatically. Its custom-made game graphics as work underway to replace the graphics completely. Many features were inspired by the patch, popular enhanced TTD, with other features from the original. It's far more customizable than the original game. Significantly enhanced with introduction to multiplayer, other advanced achievements and such. It was released in 1994, the original game, and it's very popular at the time because it was very intuitive in how it played. And blah blah blah, so forth. I won't go into this too much. Let's just get into the game. Now let's see here. Alright, so there's sound in the background, good. So yeah, there's a multiplayer. And if you click on the multiplayer and like find a server, you can find like random people you want to play with. I won't do that just because it's a let's play, and well, I prefer you have a more controlled game at first, so let's do that. We'll just go with single player. We'll make a fairly small world. It won't be anything too spectacular. And alright, so here's my small world. This is like this would be like very small in terms of how the game would be played. If you want like a bigger game, you could make it like huge, like really huge. I don't recommend making it like this big, but just to show you how big it could be made. And this is gonna take a while, but okay, there we go. So let's say you want a huge game. I mean huge, and I mean huge. I mean, this is what's good about the multiplayer games, that you could have like a huge world like this, and a few players can never interact with each other if they want to. But again, I don't need a really big game like that, so we'll just go back to what I was going to do. Small little world. Yes. New game. Actually, let's make it a little bit more medium. 256 by 256. Let's do it like that. And pause. So here's our world that I just remade again. There's options you can do, like you can change it so that you can see competitors, industries, roads, and everything else. We'll just go with industries for now. There's basically towns, and there's like oil refineries, steel refineries. If you've played like Transportation Tycoon, you know what all this is already. And if you play other games similar to it, like Railroad Tycoon, these would be just the several industries that you bring your stuff to. You can probably guess where it goes where, but if you click on an industry and play display chain, you can see what goes from what to where. Click click on, say, the oil refinery display chain. Oil from oil rigs and oil wells goes up to oil refineries, which goes to houses as goods. Or you can click on farms. Farms, grain and livestock goes to factories. Click on steel. Iron ore goes to steel, goes to factories. And if I find a factory, steel and farm stuff goes to factories, which go to houses as goods. So all the multiple chains that you can find. It's fairly simple and intuitive. I was figuring out. Let's get back to figuring out what I'm going to do. So the easiest way of usually doing it is like find something simple and get a simple little transportation going. And there's a few things I could start on that could work pretty well. Like I could run coal to power plants, picture black is coal and red is power plants. I could run, well, right here's an oil well right next to an oil refinery, so that'd be like stupid easy. I might do that though. Maybe I'll do that. It's like the only oil refinery at all, so let's do that, yeah. Okay, so we'll just zoom in. This is an oil rig, or oil well, and that's an oil refinery. And over here we have houses. And if I go to this, shops and offices, cargo accepted 6.8 passengers, 2.8 mail, free eighths of goods. And if you get like enough of these together, you get enough for goods to be accepted. All right, so let's start off with something easy. Well, I made mention to Railroad Tycoon. Why not just make a railroad? Just to do it. Alright, so we got maybe a little railroad. You can have a coverage area that shows, like, you know, highlights and all that, but it's up to you if you want it or not. Number of tracks, you can have, you know, different amounts of trains that come in. We'll only go with like one track, and we'll make this a very simple train. And yeah, right about there. So it accepts goods and oil, and it supplies goods and oil when this gets oil, and this supplies oil. So that's what we're gonna do. But you actually have to make it go to something. It can't go right next to each other, even if it's right next to each other for some stupid reason. Right, I can't do that while I pause. So we'll just put this here. We will go into landscaping, and I will knock down some land right here. Put more track. Whoa. Right there. We'll make a train depot that goes right here. And we will make a station, and it will go right here. Yeah, right there is just fine. And I have to figure out where I'm going to put the here. I should actually make this two tracks long, just because I might want to make it so that, you know, I could send the train elsewhere to bring stuff in, or take passengers out or whatever. But you know what? We'll make it one for now. I'll do that later. We'll make this just one. Yeah, let's do it maybe here. And let's make it a little bit longer. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to have like a little track that goes right here. And right there, and right there, and we'll put this right here. That'll be good enough. So let's get a train going. New vehicle. We'll build this. We'll build an oil tankers. And let's build some good carts too. And you will go from here to here to here. And now my train will go off on its merry way to conduct business. Now, usually you probably shouldn't have the same train doing everything by itself like this. You should have like one train that goes to one place, then you have another train take it from that place to this place, and then it's all nice and done. But I did it this way just because I felt like it that way. You probably get nothing, yeah, you're empty. Stuff to start generating, so when it gets back, it'll be a whole bunch of liters of oil for it to take, and all that good stuff. I don't think passengers will be generating or anything, but whatever. Eventually, passengers and mail will generate if I have like a bus or whatever come to this, and that'll be good. Now, I said I possibly want to expand this later, so here's something you want to do possibly. You can buy up land, and so you could go buy, and you just do this, just to prevent the towns from doing anything that you don't want them to do, and you know, it'll be all happy and gay for you if you do it like this. So that's what I'm doing. And then I've got all this extra space, and you know, if I want to do something later. So now my train, he's merrily going. As you can see, he's unloading a little bit because he got some oil. So he'll unload. I can actually build another car for him if I want to. Probably should make this a little bit longer. Use making this longer, but whatever. Oh well. It's just a demonstration purpose. I should note, by the way, these random gaming. If you really like what you're seeing, feel free to call, like, you know, leave a message saying that you want me to see me play these more. I mean, these random games, even though they're not games I think I'd want to do for like a let's play, I don't mind trying to make a let's play series out of them or doing additional videos about them either. I should make you skip far in. You go here, you go here. And then you go to heights. Oops, that's not right. Delete. Let's see, go here. Ah, okay, here's how it is. So, like, go here, you want to say, go here, go here. Go non-stop. Here, let's say I want to, that's about right. You should actually go right through the station this time instead of actually stopping at all. Yeah, it goes right through. So there we go. There's a lot of commands you can make these like guys do. Like you have full load available, loading, all the nice little stuff. And let's say I also want to do other stuff as well. Like right now, like going non-stop to this. What I could do, I could make them go to the train depot. Oops. The train depot. And I could refit maintenance. Oh, you can refit him. Cool. So I could refit him so that he'd take specific cars. Would probably be better. Maintenance. Okay, so that's good too. You can get maintenance at the train depot. You can refit them at the train depot. That's good for owning it, I guess, if I come back to this. But we'll leave it as is for now. I don't feel like changing him up too much. He should be making money for us anyways. Profit last year. Yeah, he's making some profit. A little bit of profit. Alright, so that's like one industry, and that's a simple way of like showing it. There's also been messages. Last message is, alright, so some of the subsidies are offered between places, and you probably want to view what they are. Service stuff, subsidy offered. This one's from First Pastures from Dudden to. So those are two places that are pretty close to each other. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's try to do something else. So there's different types of transportation in this game. Obviously I show one, the railway, and that's akin to you road Tycoon players. Let's say we want to do something else. Let's maybe do roads. And we can just build a road. And let's do it like this. Actually, I should probably do it more right. So I could build like a road like this. And alright, let's say I want to build a bus station. You can build like through bus stations, by the way, like those train tracks, but I prefer to build like this for something simple like this. Basically, it goes like right here, collects like passengers right there. I also like to build signs and stuff right next to it. You know, buy land, make sure if you need additional space later on, you have it. And go like this. And like this and this, and there we go. And we can build like little train depot, or not train vehicles, but vehicle depots. And let's say I want to build it right in the middle here, but there's stuff in the way, so there is a way around it. You could build like destroy stuff like that, and that'll just make it go kaboom. Boom, 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 boom. And then I've got that space there I can build stuff on. You should be real careful though, because sometimes stuff is really expensive to blow up, so you should be careful about blowing stuff up. That's actually not a good place to build something, but it could be for this. So build a train depot, and let's say I blow up this building and this building. And there's a bit more expensive building, and I'll build right here. And let's say I build a sign right here, and there we go. I've got a little setup for vehicles, and I can build like buses, a Regal bus, and you will go from here with full loads, and you will go down to here, and okay, full loads, you just get there. So you go, and I can clone a vehicle, so I can clone him and send him on his way. And you'll notice that he's got the exact same orders, except he's going the other way because for some reason it put it that way. And I could actually go down here, clone vehicles, and clone this vehicle too. And we'll make one of these go, well, we'll make them all go in there, because I think it's the other way we have to go. Okay, so we got a few buses going in. It should be noticed, well, that you can only have so many buses in a depot like this. Like, you can have buses at once, and then if you don't have enough space, then that's when it's good to have additional bus depots, or those long ramps that you see, other ones that you see, like these drive run-throughs, and that's like more like a train thing. They just line up sell everything all at once. Alright, so he's coming in. He picks up some passengers. He didn't pick up enough because there's not enough of this small little town for all those buses. Those slowly go. Let's just speed up a little bit. So at oops. Did I get the? There we go. Service subsidy award to Grubworth Transport. Passenger service for them is tripled for next year. So I got the subsidy, and you'll probably notice that my company name was in there. That's because it starts off with the name of like the nearby local authority that you started in. So I started in this area, which is part of Grubworth Authority. So that's my company name. As you can see, this is my face. You can customize all this stuff. Like, you can do color scheme, and I don't want to be pink. I want to be, I don't know, blue. There, I'm blue. And you can see other stuff like customize my stuff. Buses can be pink or whatever. Company name, you can change that. Present name, you can change that. Color scheme, new face. I can make myself female if I want to. New face, advance, earring, yes, glasses, no, randomize. And you can just do like stuff like this. But we'll be male, we'll be African just for the hell of it. I want to have hair. There we go. That's good enough. There's a happy face. Alright, so there's two industries of what Transportation Tycoon is. And the other ones are fairly easy. Airports are basically, you know, two airports that go between each other. And oh yeah, after a while you get your you know, toll amount of stuff that you get. I can repay back some money, which is cool, but I do want to keep making money. There will be other stuff I can possibly build, so we'll try and do that first. I'm doing pretty well though. Alright, let's see here. Ships are pretty easy to demonstrate, but there's not a lot of good places for us, sadly. I mean, that place is small. That's not right. Ports can be good for shipping really heavy stuff, by the way. One of the main things would be oil. Obviously, the oil rig here is right, you know, right next to the lands, and it's right next to that, so I didn't use oil for it, but eventually I have like oil rigs on the water, and that's when it gets really important to have ships for shipping oil. Well, let's see here. Airports are kind of high to start up. Ships too. So you can't really make a, well, you could make a long distance, it doesn't really matter. There's a long bridge for some reason at Report. I might just forgo trying to build ships or airports. A bit laggy. That looks okay. A little small. Yeah, our stuff is too small next to it. Sadly, I don't think we'll be doing ships, so we'll just ignore that. Airports maybe we can do. That'd be pretty interesting enough to do, I think. And it looks like I'm making a little bit of money, so airports require a lot of space, by the way, as you can possibly guess. They're just like, you know, it's pretty well in the real world. So an airport for like this town requires a lot of flat space next to it. Hills are not so great for these towns to have airports in, even though they're pretty big. Redford's okay though. Okay, so let's see here. Airport, and you can make small airports initially, but you can eventually make bigger airports and even bigger still international airports. I think what we'll do is we'll just I'll do it right here. So think, and as you can see, it costs a bit to start it up, and we won't worry about buying up land too much. I don't really need to worry about it too much because I'm playing by myself. There's no other players that could buy land, and not really not much difficulty. And now we get to initial problems where it's like, not a whole lot of places to build an airport to. Well, here isn't too bad, I guess. You should always look for, additional space, like, for the future, but I'm not going to be playing for this too long, I don't think. And what I can do here, I can just go here, hit here, knock down. I didn't know I was on a hill. Oh well. But basically, build an airport right there. And the thing about airports is that they come with their own hangars, because planes have to go every single time because they crash. This has a nice look. Let's go with this. Okay. I'll get enough cash in a moment. Come on, buy cash. Oops. Now you can always just wait for cash like this. I should probably note though that you want to. You could go here and say, I want to borrow $1,000 just so I can get this done. I won't do that just yet because I don't really need to. I mean, I'm pretty close to being able to send one flight. And that's likely what I'll do. Assuming I get some money. It's taking these guys so long. He's already been around. Almost got enough money. You should probably note that all this smoke, it means that stuff is breaking down. So just like breaking it down after a while. They'll get maintenance by themselves eventually, so don't worry about it too much. This one here I have it, so yeah, it's actually getting maintenance right every single time, but I probably don't need to do that either. Get some money there for that. Okay, we'll send you. You will go here, and you will get full load. And you will go here, and you will get full load. So now you'll notice something. If I don't close this, I can see where the what the airplane is doing. So he's gonna sit in that little airport, and he'll start picking up passengers, and then eventually I'll see him flying. It should be no on this ball. You can see stuff. So all these little dots mean like these are like the trucks that are on the way. You can see a train in the station. And then it'll eventually move right here and move right there. Of course, it has to fill up first. And there it goes, even though it's kind of hard to see. And it's at the factory, and then it'll unload, it'll reload, and it'll go over there. Blah blah. Okay, so this guy's getting almost full. I'm just actually going to make him skip for now, just so that he gets off. He's already got some passengers in him. 56 passengers and 8 bags of mail already, so he's right here, so he's going to go all the way from there to here. And airplanes move fairly fast. They're not slow, obviously. And you generally go long distances. Ships are kind of hard to tell. They can go over large distances just like in the real world, but they're slow, so it's kind of better than they can go over only medium distances. Railroads, they're good for any sort of distance. Early on, it's kind of slow for them to go a short distance, but you eventually work up to maglev trains, and they just go real fast and go all over the place. In the future, we'll be on maglev trains to from London to China in 2 hours, and have lunch. Lunch. So that's already going halfway. I click over here. And you'll see he's getting closer and closer and closer. And this is a view box, probably just like this little square. So once he gets into there he is, and he's just gonna land. And by the way, planes can break down too, but they don't crash. So they just start to smoke in the air and they go a little bit slower. Alright, so he's just flying around doing the overpass, and he'll just come down. And he'll land. Just like a regular plane does. They circle overhead and they come down. And depending on the distance, you'll get more and more money depending on how far things have to fly. And of course, it will say hi, start unloading, and make money. And you make some good money with passenger jets. And he'll load up pretty fast too, because there's a bigger area in the last city. Alright, and you should also be aware to guess how much stuff you're actually producing. As you can probably see from this, I'm producing a lot of oil, a lot more than he's carrying up to the factory, or the oil refinery. So up here, he's almost producing nothing, because all the oil that he gets produced in the goods, that's just easily enough being chip right back onto them immediately. So that's kind of nice how that works, but it's not too realistic, but whatever, it's convenient for players. I'm actually thinking about doing the retrofit thing. We'll build this right here, and we're going to change his orders around. We're going to make it so that you will go, here's his plan. He's going to go right here, and you're going to refit. So cargo type to carry, you are going to alright, how does this work? Okay, one moment, I'm gonna go check the wiki and learn how to do this. I haven't really figured out how to do it, but let's just go with this. It'll go to the depot here. It'll go here. Shoot. I really have to go right to the end doors and then you go here. Okay, there. Done. You'll go here. And should we know as well if like I want to do this and all that. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. Train depot first. Goes here. And actually no, let's just do it the other way. It starts in this right here. It changes there. Goes here. Maintenance. And I actually will make that maintenance. That's here. I just deleted the entire thing, didn't I? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's a refit. I'll figure out how to do that later. You'll go here. Here for maintenance. Here. And here. So that's the everything. And what's here? He goes here. Relatively non-stop. He goes there. Everything else should work fine. So let's just have him start going again. as you can see, I can turn around at stations, by the way, if they have to. So I'm going to try and see if I have to manually refit them or what. So obviously it goes to the depot. That doesn't stop me either. That's annoying. To not stop. Refit. Well, it's not really helping me, I guess, like doing this. So I'll also make the maintenance too. That's a bit annoying, but whatever. I'll try and figure it out if I ever come back to this, or look up some Google or whatever. It broke down. That's just perfect. By the way, you should probably note something. It slows itself quite a bit going uphill, so you really want to watch what you know, how big your trains are and how fast they can go up hills. Like this guy can't go up a hill very fast. He can go over here. He'll eventually climb it quick enough too. So it doesn't slow him down too much, but it's still not optimal. All right. You know, we got ourselves a little bit of traffic, and we got a railway, and we got an airport. And the only thing that's really hasn't been shown is the ships. But ships are pretty they're pretty easy to understand. Basically, you have to, let's say I could try and move I don't know, let's say this isn't really wide enough a river, but let's say I want to build passengers like here, and I want to take them down to like Dangling. I build like a port that goes here, and I build like a port that goes here, and then you build a ship depot, and you like build a specific passenger goods or whatever boat, and you tell them to go here, and you tell them to go there, and it's basically the same thing. You also have buoys, and they're like waypoints in between stuff. They're kind of important, but most of the time you don't need them, so you don't have to worry about too much. They're mostly distant journeys and all that, or for more twisted paths. I think that's mostly it for the game. Again, if you want to, you know, see me do this, or it should be also noted, this is also a online game that if you want to join me in a Let's Play, then sure, let me know, and then we can possibly set the time and whatever, and you know, play together. But for now, I think that's it for this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed. That'll probably be it for random games for a little bit, and when I find some more random games I'm interested in possibly doing, then I'm gonna do that a bit more. But for now, if you have any requests, let me know. I'll look into those games and play them, and if not, you can go catch me on my Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup runs or Dwarf Fortress runs if I get to them. And yeah, if you have any comments about this game, if you want me continuing it or whatnot, and perhaps if you want to play with me in a Let's Play or something, this game or another game, just let me know. And that's it for now.